Hello everyone. So today in this video we are going to solve a question of LeetCode, that is two cities scheduling. It is 1029 question on LeetCode and it comes under medium category. Alright, so let's start with the problem statement. A company is planning to interview 2n people. Given the array cost where cost I is equal to a cost I, b cost I, the cost of flying to ith person to city A is a cost I and the cost of flying ith person to city B is b cost I. We need to return the minimum cost to fly every person to a city such that exactly n people arrive in each city. So basically in this question we have given a 2D vector, and in this 2D vector we have some pairs. These some pairs are total 2n pairs, and we need to divide these pairs into basically into n pairs so that n people can be sent to city A and n people can be sent to city B. So, and we need to minimize the cost to fly every person to a city. So let's see how can we do that. Let's take the first example. Okay, so we have cost is equal to, in the first example we have 10 comma 20, then we have 30 comma 200, then we have 400 comma 50, then we have 30 comma 20. Now if we choose it manually and the minimum cost, so what we will be choosing, like in this array what we can see is 10. If we select in such a way that 10, like the first and the second pair will go to city A and third and fourth pair will go to city B, then it would be minimum. So like the cost would be, if we send the first two to city A, then these pair will come into effect. So 10 plus 30, and for the sending to city B we have two pairs, that is 50 plus 20. Like the first index will represent send the cost to send to city A, and the second pair, like the second index of a pair, will represent the cost to send to city B. So the total sum is 110 in this case. So let's see how can we approach this question. So to approach this question, let's first understand few things, and like these are the basic things we all should know. So let's say if we have x is less than y, then x minus y will always be less than 0. I hope this is clear to you. And if we have x greater than y, then x minus y is greater than 0 always. So let's see what happens here in this question. So if we subtract 10 minus 20, we will get minus 10 here. If we subtract 30 minus 200, we will get minus 170 here. If we subtract 450, then we will get 350 here. And if we subtract 30 from 20, we will get 10. Now if we sort this given vector on the basis of these subtraction, then let's see what we get. So after sorting based on these subtraction, so we will get something like this. So let's write 30 comma 200, then we have 10 comma 20, then we have 30 comma 20, then we have 400 comma 550. So now what we will do, we have already sorted the vector, so now it's easy to divide the array, because we have arranged in such a way that the first n pairs, like the total are 2n pairs, so the first n pairs, like half of the pairs, will give the data to send to a city, and the remaining will give us the cost to send to city B. So let's calculate according to it. So let's take, like we have four pairs here, so let's take first two pairs. So for the first two pairs, let's take the first index here, so 30 plus 10, and for the remaining, let's take the second index, so 20 plus 50. So the total is 110. I hope the approach is clear to you. It's pretty easy question if you approach in this way. So let's quickly code it up. Okay, so first sort the given vector cost dot begin cost dot end, and let's write a comparative function here to easily sort the array in in the custom way. So vector int b. Now let's write our condition here, return a0 minus a1 should be less than b0 minus b1. Okay, now we have sorted the array, so let's directly calculate the half of the part to city A. Let's calculate the cost of half of the pairs of city A and half of the pairs to city B. So let's take an integer answer in which we will store the sum, and let's run a for loop for half of the vector. So int I is equal to 0. I should be less than cost dot size divided by 2 and I plus plus. Now let's add answer plus equal to cost I and 0. We are taking 0 here because the the zeroth index will show, like represents the cost to send to city A. And let's write a for function for the remaining half of the given vector. So int I is equal to cost dot size divided by 2. I should be less than cost dot size and I plus plus. Let's add it into our answer. So cost I, and we are taking the ith in 1th index because the 0th index will represent the is cost to send to city A, and the 1th index will show the cost to send city B. So we are taking the 1th index here, and at the end it just return answer from here. I hope it should work fine. I just run it. Yeah, it's working fine. Now let's just submit it. Yeah, it's fine. Now let's calculate the time and space complexity. So time complexity of our solution is big O of n of log of n, because this sorting function will take around n log of n time complexity, and space complexity of our solution is big O of log of n, because this sorting function will take around log n auxiliary space. So I hope the approach is clear to you and solution is clear to you. If you still have any doubts in the question, feel free to comment it down. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.